Harry Boyd is now officially a St Kilda player, as being reported by Jay Clark of the Herald Sun. I think Harry Boyd really brings that aspect to the ruck game that we've been missing ever since the retirement of Paddy Ryder in 2022. Obviously, you think back to 2022, that's most likely Max King's best year at AFL level so far, in my opinion. We saw him kick, I think, over 50 goals in total, and it's really due to the support of having either Rowan Marshall or Paddy Ryder up there with him for most of the year. You think, we've brought in Tom Campbell to try and fill that gap when Marshall may be out the team or when Marshall goes up forward, but never really worked out. Harry Boyd was easily one of the best SANFL players for the past 3 years, I'd want to say. Easily the best ruckman in the competition, won the McGarry medal, which is the equivalent to their Brownlow medal, so easily one of their better players. And I think he was also best on ground in a grand final. So I really just want to go over his averages at SANFL level and then go over what Harry Boyd's place really looks like in this 2025 Saints team. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. A large percent of you have not subscribed yet. It would mean the world. Also, follow the Instagram at SaintsNationAU. You get most Saints news first over there. I try and get it out as fast as possible. And yeah, hope to see you guys over there. So I've pulled up his averages on the official SANFL website. That's Harry Boyd if you've never seen a photo of him before. But he comes in, he'll be 27 next year, just played under 80 SANFL League games. He's 198 centimetres, so he's a bit of a shorter ruckman, but at 108 kegs, I suspect he's even got that up since making the move to AFL level. So he is built, but he's short. But I don't really think that matters with his game style. Played 20 matches this year, kicked 5 goals, 20 touches, 2 marks, 4 tackles, 10 clearances, 4 inside 50s. And yeah, he was really just one of the best SANFL players, I'd say, for the past 3 years now. Won the McGarry medal this year, which is the equivalent to their Brownlow medal. He's also won best on ground in a grand final, so pretty easy to tell. He is one of the SANFL's best players, and we're going to get him for free, so never nothing wrong with that. Where does he fit into St Kilda's team in 2025? When I think of where he fits in, I really look at the big hole we've had since the retirement of Paddy Ryder in 2022. You think back to 2022, that's probably Max King's best year at AFL level. I think he kicked just over 50 goals, was 4th in the Coleman medal race. Really great season, and a lot of that was due to you had that big-bodied force in a Rowan Marshall or a Paddy Ryder down there with him for most of the year. I know Paddy Ryder did his hammy towards the end of the year, but still had that big-bodied force in there for a majority of the year, and it really works out well. Obviously, we also saw Rowan Marshall go forward late this year, probably after the bye is where he really kicked off. I think he kicked 15 goals maybe ever since he sort of played more forward. But yeah, what a great season from Rowan Marshall. And where does Harry Boyd come into that equation? Well, I think Harry Boyd starts in the ruck come round 1. And that's mainly because I view Rowan Marshall as a full forward this year and Max King as a centre-half forward. We think back to those first 4 games at AFL level this year, really dating back to gather round, I'd say, where we saw Max King move up the ground a lot more, and he got a lot of possession. He was also hitting the scoreboard a lot. It wasn't always accurate. I know against Geelong, I think he kicked 2 goals, 3, but he got a lot of the ball. Did the same against Collingwood. He was a lot more accurate against Collingwood, but I think Max King working higher up the ground in that centre-half forward position, and having Rowan Marshall as that big-bodied full forward, which we saw late this year, works. And I think Harry Boyd can really hold his own in the ruck. He's almost immovable when it comes to trying to body him out of the ruck despite his size. I think it works. I think that works as a round 1 scenario. We go up against Adelaide, so Adelaide are almost the perfect team to try this against, because they currently run with Riley O'Brien, who's that big-bodied, really slow ruck. So he matches up really well, in my eyes, against Rowan Marshall and Harry Boyd, in my opinion. I think they've got Kieran Strawn, who sort of the same mould. They've got Riley Thilthorpe, who can go in there, but he should really be spending majority of this year up forward. I think they're bringing in Lachlan McAndrew from Sydney. I would not expect him to play round 1, but I think that sort of round 1 game is where we really need to try this. Obviously, we'll have the preseason games as well, but round 1 is the perfect opportunity to try this 3-headed monster of Max King, Harry Boyd, and Rowan Marshall. And it's no offense to Adelaide or Riley O'Brien at all, but in reality, a lot of Adelaide fans, Matthew Nicks, I don't think they see the value in a player like Riley O'Brien as that sort of, big, slow ruck. And I think that would suit Harry Boyd realistically. So I think we need to try this round 1. This Harry Boyd starts in the ruck. Obviously, Rowan Marshall can always go in and play in the ruck. He should have been All-Australian this year, at least All-Australian squad. He was the best ranked ruckman, had the most Brownlow votes for a ruckman. And yeah, obviously we don't need to talk about that now. That was all in the 2024 season. We're looking forward to 2025. But yeah, I think it's a really good pickup. Could go very underrated. Definitely a player everyone will probably be picking in their Supercoach sides. But yeah, I don't think anyone should be hating on it. I know I probably wasn't a big fan, especially considering we landed Dodson in the draft this year, and he's looking really good, Dodson. I don't know if you guys want a training report video, but if you guys are still watching up until this point, comment below if you want a training report video. I'll definitely try and get one of those out to you. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's really all I really need to go over. But yeah, I think we should all be excited about the prospect of a player like Harry Boyd joining our club. And yeah, subscribe, follow the Instagram if you guys haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.